Hello and welcome to the Linux video series powered by Saraswati repository. My name is Vishal.Majithia. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install phpMyAdmin in a Linux. phpMyAdmin is used for the GUI administration of MySQL database. Let me jump into the Linux system. This is my Ubuntu system and on which I have installed MySQL database earlier. To verify that, open up the terminal. Let me zoom in a little bit so it would be easier for you to see. To verify MySQL database is running in this system, the command is sudo systemctl status mysql.service. Press enter. So as you can see, mysql.service is active and it's running. Also, we would verify this by logging into MySQL database. Sudo mysql -u as a username, and the default username is root, and -p for the password, and the default password is empty. Press enter. So we have successfully logged into the MySQL database. So MySQL database is running in the system. So now we would be installing phpMyAdmin in the system for the GUI administration of the MySQL database. For that, we need to install Apache web server because the phpMyAdmin uses PHP language to run, and it requires a web server to be running. So that's why we will be installing Apache web server. The command to install Apache web server is sudo apt get install apache 2. Press enter. So it is installing Apache web server in my system. And done. So we would verify this web server by typing command sudo systemctl status apache 2.service. Press enter. So as you can see, the Apache HTTP server is active and running. We can also verify it by opening up the browser and typing localhost. Press enter. So as you can see, Apache web server is running in my system. So now we will be downloading phpMyAdmin. For that, we will be searching phpMyAdmin on the Google and press download. Click on the download. So here you can see the download button. Press download. Click on the download. It will save this file. And it's successfully downloaded. We will close this browser right now. Navigate to download folder. As you can see, there are two phpMyAdmin files. I also downloaded it earlier, that's why. So we'll remove one of the file. And rename it as phpMyAdmin.zip. So now we will unzip this phpMyAdmin.zip. For that, command is unzip phpMyAdmin.zip. Press enter. It will extract all the files from the phpMyAdmin.zip into phpMyAdmin folder. Let us verify that. So as you can see, the folder has been created. By navigating to this folder, we can see there are a lot of files that has been extracted from the zip file. Let us go to the downloads. Clear this one. So now we'll rename this phpMyAdmin folder to phpMyAdmin, so it would be easier for us to remember. That's why. Now the folder has been renamed. Now we will move this folder to Apache directory, that is var html, press enter. It is showing me permission denied. We need to add sudo in order to get the root privileges for moving this folder to the Apache directory. Press enter. Directory is not empty. Okay, let me navigate to var html. Okay, it already contains phpMyAdmin folder. Let us remove this one. If you have the already older version, and I think we need to add sudo for this. Now it has been removed. Now going back to the downloads and moving sudo move phpMyAdmin to var html, press enter. It has been successfully moved to var html, press enter. So phpMyAdmin has been shifted to the var Apache directory. So now what we'll be doing here is we'll be installing PHP in the system. Let us check whether it has or not. As you can see, PHP not found, so we need to install PHP in the system. The command for installing PHP in Ubuntu is sudo apt get install PHP 7.4, press enter. 7.4 is the latest one. Do you want to continue? Press yes. Do you want to continue? It will install all the packages related to PHP and the system. So it has downloaded and now it's configuring the PHP files in my Linux system. So we have successfully installed PHP in my system. To verify this, the command is php space -i, press enter. So as you can see, it has shown us the information of the PHP which is installed and all the global variables, parameters of the PHP. As you can just scroll up, you can see all the parameters of the PHP. You can also edit this parameter by navigating to the phpINI file, and the version that it has installed is 7.4.3, which is the latest version of the PHP. So it has basically shown us the PHP info. So now we will be opening up the browser and we'll be typing localhost /phpAdmin. /phpAdmin is the folder that we have placed in the Apache directory. So we'll be navigating to this folder and press enter. So it has shown us the error: Composer detected issue in your platform. Your Composer dependency requires the following PHP extension to be installed: MySQL and XML. Okay, fine. So we'll be installing these two packages which are required for phpMyAdmin to be executed. So command is sudo apt get install php 7.4 -mysql lite and php 7.4 -xml, press enter. So it is installing MySQL Lite package and XML package of the PHP version. So it has successfully installed. Let us clear this console and refresh the browser. Still it is showing me the error: So for that we need to restart the Apache web server, because we are hosting this PHP files on the Apache server. So command to restart the Apache is systemctl restart apache 2.servers. Press enter. So it has been successfully restarted. Now we'll refresh this one. So as you can see, we got the beautiful console of the phpMyAdmin. So now we can log in, we can do the GUI administration of MySQL database from this portal. So we'll be logging into this MySQL database by typing the default username and password. The default username is root and password is empty. Press go. Login without password is forbidden by the configuration. See allowed no password. Okay, the by default phpMyAdmin does not allow empty password authentication. So what we'll be doing here is we'll be logging to the MySQL database by typing MySQL -u root password and empty password. We will be creating one user for the phpMyAdmin. So the command is create user, let's say phpMyAdmin. It should be in inverted comma @ you can type localhost here if you want this administration to be done on the database server itself. If you want it to be administered remotely, you can type IP address of the remote system, or you can type % for any host which can access to which this portal is accessible, can log into the database. So here we'll be using % because we want any host to be remotely accessing this phpMyAdmin or this MySQL GUI administration. Identified by password. Let's say password is vsm123. Oh, your password does not satisfy the current policy requirements. Okay, so when you get this kind of error, what you should do is you need to check. By default, new SQL has put the very security restriction in the database. For that you need to check the show variables like validate _password and % for it, because we don't know the wall variable name. That's why we are putting % and column. So as you can see, the password policy is medium, so and it requires password minimum length is 8. So we should be typing 8 length of password, and the password is medium means it requires alphabetic alphanumeric keywords in the password to be done. For now, what we'll be doing here, we will be setting this password policy to low, and we'll be applying the password length to 6. For that, command is set global validate _password dot policy equal low column. This query has been successfully implemented, and now we'll be changing the length of the password. Set global validate _password dot length equals 6 colon, press enter. So now we'll be verifying this by typing show variables like validate _password %. So as you can see, then now the password policy has been changed to low, and it is allowing minimum 6 length of passwords. So now we can create that username by typing create user and in inverted comma phpMyAdmin as a username. @ we want it to be a administered from anywhere. That's why we are putting the % sign. Identified by password is vsm VSM 123, and so now we have successfully created a user phpMyAdmin and with the password VSM123. So we will be granting all privileges to this user. Grant all on all database star to username phpMyAdmin @ press. So it has granted all privileges on all the databases and all the tables to the username phpMyAdmin, which can be remotely accessible from anywhere. Now flush privileges. Now exit. So now we will be refreshing this page. We will be logging using phpMyAdmin user that we have created right now, and the password is VSM123. Press enter. You will see this password. So now we are successfully logged into the database, and you can verify it by clicking on the database. Because we have the privileges on all the databases, we have all the privileges on all the databases and all the tables. MySQL database performance schema, this is the by default database which comes with the MySQL. So we can have all the privileges because we are the super users. phpMyAdmin percentage means it has all privileges. As you can see, all privileges. So this how you can, from the phpMyAdmin, you can administer the SQL database on a GUI. So it's a very good tool for GUI administration of MySQL database. So this how you can install phpMyAdmin in a Linux to administer MySQL database. I hope this was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for watching this video. Thanks.